What is up, Eric?
Hey, Justin, how are you, man?
Good, man. I love your modern office every single time I see you.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it. I love it. You guys buried in snow, or is it warm up there now?
We are not. There's no. Well, I don't. I mean, there might be a tiny bit of snow here and there, but it is not warm. The wind chill this morning when I got up was like 15, I think. So
I think one of our good friends, I was just making fun of him on Facebook, Curtis Johnson, said that he was bundled up running at like 55 degrees or something.
yeah,
So
I
I'm like,
no sympathy at all for that, right?
no,
Like, come on,
no sympathy. Curtis Johnson, if you're listening right now, man, no sympathy. So
man. If it were 50 here, I'd have shorts on, Justin. Come on.
sandals, shorts, everything. Well, were you just hanging out in Florida, or were you hanging out in somewhere warm?
Yeah, we were the first 2 weeks of the new year we spent in Florida. It was, I mean, it wasn't like 85 every day, but 60s and 70s for us right now is amazing. So yeah, it was really good.
Wasn't as cold, was not as cold. Well, man, I'm super excited to chat with you today. I mean, we've chatted a few times, and
Yep.
you and I can usually end up chatting for an hour, and we're like, damn it, 30 minutes. Where's it
Right.
gone?
Right. Exactly.
So I'm excited for this one, man. So you have an interesting story, and I always say this funnily is Kevin Kaufman changed his schedule today. He already jumped on here, so you are following the
I
man.
know. I saw him.
He's like, I can't let Eric go first. So, but no, we obviously known each other for quite a while through my dad, and we're going way back to their conferences. So,
Yep.
I would love for you just to kind of tell everybody what you're up to these days. Obviously, you're in the EXP world with us as well, having a great time, and you got a few of our VAs now. I think you got two. I don't think it's three. I think you got two.
We have two right now. Yep, we have two.
Love it, man. So I'm going to turn it over to you. If you guys are listening in and you do anything with internet lead gen or you do anything in that realm, Eric's going to talk a little bit about that today. I haven't told him that yet, but they crush it in that world, even though supposedly internet leads don't work anymore, Eric. That's what the word on the street is, even though I think that's quite not the truth. But I'm excited for it, man. I'm going to turn it over to you all the way from the Cincinnati.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate you asking me to do this. I love it. I've been listening in and out all day, and yeah, I saw Kevin earlier, and I'm like, dude, he one-upped me again, right? It's all good. So, we're here in Cincinnati, Ohio. We have a team that we moved to EXP. I mean, that's our brokerage about a year ago, and the team has grown, exponentially, really, in this past year. We're at counted a couple of people that are still not licensed, but in the process of taking their exam. We're right at 20, 21 on the team licensed people, plus our two VAs. And so we work the Cincinnati, Ohio market, pretty much the whole metro area. We have coverage in agents living in different parts of it. The Dayton, Ohio market, Springfield, Ohio, and what I call the Miami County area, which is Troy, Piqua, up. It's just the suburbs straight north of Dayton, Ohio. So we're really in what we consider to be four, different metro markets. And, so we've grown a lot this year for sure, geographically as well as with our people. We do a lot of internet lead gen, like you said, for sure. We've added last year 2 VAs, which has been amazing. Both of them have been amazing and really helping us grow faster, get more done. A lot of leverage there that's been awesome, and looking forward to talking about. What else didn't I add that you wanted me to say?
No, man, I think you hit it on the head there. I think what's really fun about your situation is you've had VAs before, to my knowledge, prior to us. You've had assistants. You've seen it all. You've grown a big team. You've had 20 agents, 5 agents, 12 agents, and you've kind of fluctuated based on different models, markets, and things like that. So, like, why in 2020 did you decide to jump back into VAs? Like, obviously, you could have went in-person admin. You could have just left the holes in your business. Like, why did you go with VAs and try the waters again?
Yep. Good question. So we have had them a couple of times before. We've done transactional management with a VA before. We've had at one time I had 2 VAs that were ISAs, just making calls, right? And we've experimented with a lot of things in our business, looking for the best practices and what works. And probably the thing I do best in real estate is I'm not afraid to try things. And not everything we do doesn't work, right? Like I've messed some stuff up before plenty of times, and just keep going and keep chugging along and never stopping until you get to the point where you go, that works. So we have had the VAs in the past. We use them a little differently now than the ones we had in the past for different job responsibilities. Yeah. One of the things that we do a lot of is online lead generation, and we do a lot of, the lead generation part's not hard, right? We can generate leads. If you have a credit card that's got some space on it, you can go get some leads. But the idea is you get those leads and then you have to convert them. And if you're only converting a few, or if you're only generating a few, you don't need a whole lot of systems really. If you're just, if you get 5 leads a month, like you can just do it up here, right? But as we got to 300, 500, 700 leads a month, and we wanted to have accountability around, are we crushing these? I realized I needed a lead coordinator because I was trying to keep track of too many things that weren't the best use of my time, and they were important. I needed to know the numbers behind it, but I didn't have the time and shouldn't have had the time to be tracking all this, right? So I reached out to you. I don't remember when that was, probably September-ish, I would guess, maybe. Yep. I just said, dude, I know I should have done this 6 months ago, but I need to do it now. And so we hired our first VA. Her title is lead coordinator. Now, she does a lot more than that. We've grown her into doing a ton of different stuff. But it's all, I heard the previous person talking about college degrees and stuff. Like Carla, she's a 4-year college degree. I don't remember what the degree's in, but I should know that. But like, she's very skilled in the stuff she does. But now I have it set up where every day I can just simply, literally almost just log in, push a button, and know how we're doing with some of the conversion metrics that I think are important for us to follow with all this lead generation. Carla does it all, and I just look at it now. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, and I remember.
Just add, she's way faster at doing it than I was when I was doing it.
No, I was going to say, I remember the first time I met you at, I think it was a Kevin and Fred conference group in Phoenix. I think you were showing me and my dad how you were manually going into Sync because we had just moved over to Sync 2. And you were like showing us like your spreadsheet that you had of like how you were inserting how many leads you got for the day, like how many were in the hot, warm, nurture. And for us, it blew our mind because we were below you in the level of internet lead gen. So we're like, we're going to do the same too. And then it was kind of cool to see you go from I'm having to do this spreadsheet every single day to, which is huge. Like, it sounds silly, like a spreadsheet maybe took you an hour, 30 minutes, but that one task, an hour of your time, man, I know how much you're making and I know your guys' size, an hour of your time is almost your VA's pay these days.
Yeah. And that stuff is, like I said, she's better at it. She's quicker at it. And frankly, it's just not the best use of my time. It's not something I want to do, but I knew as I started to build out this whole lead gen platform and knew we had to be really good at it. I wanted to be really good at it as our team. I wanted our team to be good at it. You got to know the numbers behind it. I think, like, if you don't know those, you're really just flinging stuff against the wall. And when you're spending a lot of money every month on that, if you want to get the return, you got to have at least some level of accountability and tracking there. So that part's been awesome. And go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I love that because one of the things that I remember you and I talking about in this case is you would always call your agents out for, hey, we're missing leads here, or we didn't follow up with this. So it wasn't even that you were just having to track a spreadsheet. You then had to go and deliver this information to your team. And I don't know about for you, and you can tell me if I'm wrong here, but for me, when I was running my dad's team, whenever I would do that, I then became the bad cop of, God, Justin's nagging me again. Like, it just was associated with me being the one delivering those numbers. And it sounds like, if I remember right, you kind of switched to where your VA was the one that was like the monitor. So when you had the conversation, you kind of had unbiased eyes to the situation. Yeah,
like, she does every Friday. She does what we call F12, which is just at Friday 12 noon. But she goes in and checks each of the agents' dashboards. And to be clear, we're not trying to catch them doing things wrong. That's not what this is about. But if you already know what the best practice is for how to follow up with leads, and then you simply follow that system, it's hard not to make good money at this, right? And so we just have, it's a process we put in place to make sure everybody's staying on track. Not to penalize them or punish them, but if we get them following this path we've blazed for them, like it's hard for them not to do well. And so that's part of what she does every Friday. I used to do it, and now I just every Friday, boom, I can just see it be done. It's awesome.
No, I love that. So what I've heard throughout today is some agents are using their VAs to stress reduce, they had no leverage, where you already had leverage in different aspects of your business. We've seen agents that use VAs to create new income, like lead gen sources. Maybe they don't have as many lead gen sources, but it sounds like for you, you're more sealing the cracks. Like you're not putting out more dollars. You're not putting out more leads. You're just going, hey, we have what we need. We just need to go deeper within our sources we're already good at.
Yeah, that's partly true. We're actually doing both.
I love it.
So we're on this obsessive track right now of upping our conversion. We're monitoring some key metrics. We're like, for the last 4 weeks, we've really been dialing in on this stuff, and we're not done dialing it in. And in the last 4 weeks, our ad spends have gone up a lot. I raised it actually almost $1,000 this week. So just, because once I know what works, like it's not an expense, it's an investment then. So, but you got to have that tracking, and that you got to know those numbers behind it, I think. So that's kind of how we see it.
No, I love that. And so talk to me, because what's interesting about your situation is then you came and hired another VA that was kind of unrelative to your first one. So
exactly.
And so it was completely different. And then what I liked about your second VA is you hired something that was not your strong suit, like video editing, doing different things like that. Like you could have done it, like you could have grinded it out, but like talk to me about like how that VA is and what they're doing for you, because that seems to be a theme today. I didn't realize it, but video editing and the side of social media is just so important of what people are using.
Yeah. So there actually is a little bit of an intersection of my two VAs, although they don't actually work together on this. But so Carla, who's our lead coordinator, that's not a full 40 hours a week to do that, right? Like I could make it 40 hours, but then she'd be kind of doing busy work some of the time, and I don't want that. So she's actually creating a lot of social media graphics for our team to use. Our team, sold things, and a lot of different things we collect so they can have. She's pushing out every day some content they can use in their social media if they want to, right? So it's just extra content, it's a value add for them. Yep. She's been working personally, though, on my Instagram account. I've gone from, I knew I had one, to she's got me pushing close to 1,000 followers. I don't know, it might only be 800 or something right now, but it's growing very rapidly. And she's been working on that part. And then we hired, I don't know what, October-ish sometime, we hired a video editor, lack of a better term. I call him digital media manager is what his title is. But man, he's like, dude's a rock star.
Love it.
Like, I mean, I remember the day we were doing the interviews, I think we had 4 people that we were interviewing. They had done a little video clip for us to look at, and we were doing the interviews. And John LeBlanc, who's your guy that helps with the interviews?
Jonathan, Shireen. There's quite a few of them now.
Yeah, whoever it was, we did the interview with Dan, the guy we ultimately hired, and Dan goes back out of the Zoom room or whatever we were using, and he goes, and so he says to me, so what'd you think of this guy? And I'm like, dude, was pretty awesome. He goes, yeah, we should be done. He's your guy, right? Like it was almost like, I think we had 1 or 2 more to talk to, but it was, it was only because we had, we had a commitment to talk to him. But I can't keep up with him, to be honest with you.
No.
In the first couple of weeks, that actually, like, it felt weird to me, because I knew I wanted to create content. I figured I was going to make 4 to 6 videos a week. Yeah, that was kind of what I was thinking the content would look like. There's never been a time since he started where I got ahead of him in video.
Yeah. No, and that's the key, is like, it's usually us that is prolonging it now rather than the VA. They produce more content than we know what to do with.
Yeah. So kind of how I settled with that in my mind was, he's more of a project-based VA than I'm paying him, to be clear, I'm paying him 40 hours a week. That's just what I pay him. Yep. But he's not actually working 40 hours a week, not because he wouldn't. Yeah. Because I can't push that much content out for him. And partly because like I shot 4 videos today, Justin. He's done with them all already.
Yeah, it's insane. And, what I want to cover here with you, because you've seen the models, right? Like, you've been to the sync conferences. You've seen big VA companies out there. So a lot of people listening right now, they're going, Eric, why are you wasting money on paying someone full time when they're not full time? And, I would love for you to kind of talk about why does that make sense in our model? Because we're not upcharging you versus trying to even be cheaper and go part-time and battle those issues that come with it.
Well, I would be freaked out to think that I was only going to pay Dan part-time because I wouldn't be able to keep him, number one.
Yeah.
And when you have somebody that talented, most people probably don't have a VA they think about this way, or some probably do, but if I got a message from him saying he was going to do something else, I'd be crushed. Yeah. So I'm happily paying him.
Yeah.
By the way, it's not a lot of money every week. Mm-hmm. If you here's how I look at it, I guess, and I think you might have even pushed this thought into my head. I'm paying him. It's $180 a week.
Okay, so about $720 a month.
Yep. So, but think about it just this way: $140, $180 a week, and he edited 6 videos for me this week, at least. Might have been 7, but it was at least 6.
Yep.
So that's $30.
Yep.
Per video. Well, if I went somewhere to try to hire somebody to do that, it would cost way more than that. Mm-hmm. And then here's what you don't even know about him is when he creates all those videos, he edits them, they're done. He posts them on a WordPress blog that I have. He types out the text of the video. So there's the video and the text posted on the blog.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
No, and I think you are right. We did talk about this because you were using some Fiverr or Upwork for some graphics, and you're like, hey, I do 10, 15. It wasn't a lot of money, but you're like, wait, if I do that 20 times a month, I'm at $300. Yep. And I'm not getting all this other time of theirs, so why not just go full time with somebody?
Yep. He creates thumbnails for our YouTube video. He's optimizing them on YouTube. If I could do all that, 100%, I could go figure it out. Yep. And it would take me 3 months probably to get good at it. And then I'd still be spending way more time. So hopefully he's not on here. I don't want him to hear this, but it's almost like he's working for free in my mind, right?
He is. And when we talked about that today, zero costing is the whole point of business. And, I come from the KW background where market centers did that, right? How can we make things zero costed, that if we bring this program in, how do we zero cost it? So it's basically like having it for free. And even my VAs, they know this. 2 of my VAs, I kind of let other people use them for projects. And then those project fees I make actually is more than their salary. And so they are working for our team for free. And so I love that you brought that up. Now talk to me about the value add to your team, because you and I talk a lot about retention of team members, and you run a team a lot like me and my dad did, where it's if you're a cultural fit, you can tell me if I'm wrong here, if you're a cultural fit, we're going to bring you on because we believe in you, and we're not going to judge whether you succeed or not. Yep. And so that does bring some turnover. So how do you see a VA in either the now or the future helping you retain people by providing them maybe more support than the average team could, whether it's social media graphics or things along those lines?
Yeah, no, it's a good question. So the part of it is, like I said, Carla's making that every day. We use Slack to communicate in our team. And so we have a Slack channel called Social Media Content. And she posts at least one infographic of some sort every day for our team members that they can go and download and use in their Insta, Facebook, whatever they want to do, whatever they're liking. And so, it's just, we're creating some extra content for them. That's definitely a value add. What in the future, though, I see us doing is taking the video part of it and being able to have them record some video that they can then use in their marketing. Dan's already got the capacity, right? If I push 3 more, 4 more, 5 more videos a week to him, he wouldn't even, it'd probably keep him more entertained than sitting around waiting on Eric again. Right?
No,
to be honest, I've created a pretty efficient system here. I'm standing in my video room right now, right? Literally, there's it looks modern, office-y and cool. It's a green screen, but I have the lights, the camera all set up. So I can walk in here and bang out a video super fast to get it to him. And even in that scenario, I can't keep him busy. So it'd be super easy for me to have to do this for other team other agents on the team that want to create some video content. Yeah.
No, I love that. I mean, Eric, actually something I saw last night, this was kind of just interesting off the cuff here. I saw someone selling what they call a 2-in-1 day package. So this is an entrepreneur that is selling this service that I'm about to explain. They fly the person into their city. They have a studio like you do. They basically tell the agent, almost like viral marketing with Frank Kleza. It's kind of how they give you the script and things like that. They basically say, hey, bring 10 shirts, come to my office. We're going to hit record. The camera's not going to move. Make all the bloopers in the world you want. We're going to get a 4-hour file, kind of like this video we're doing here. Say all these things. Say what you want. Just speak away. Be yourself. What they do is they take the 6-hour video, they charge you like $10,000 for it, of course, right? And then they take that 6-hour video and they send it to a VA, and the VA's job is to make it into 100 different videos. And now your agent's like, wait, what? Like, I got 100 videos and different shirts, different backgrounds, all in front of a green screen. So I love that.
Yeah. And, Dan's he started, I have not been very focused on Instagram until the last few months. Like I said, Carla's been helping me grow that. But now Dan's taken video, parts of clips we make and like Kevin and I did a thing about the year in review of us joining the XP, and Dan's clipping some of that into Instagram clips for me now. And there's so much they can do that I just would never have time to do.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And if you guys haven't followed Eric, it's pretty straightforward. It's just his name on Instagram. Go check out what he's doing. I mean, hopefully this is no offense to you, Eric. I think you'll take it fine. You can see when Eric was running his Instagram versus when his VA was running his Instagram. I was just scrolling through it. Just like like you can see when I was running my own Instagram versus when my team runs my Instagram.
Oh, no, 100%. Yeah.
It's like a line. It's like, boom. And that for me, can make a lot of money over time when those things are just cleaned up in the long run.
Yep. One of the other things that Carla does, you just made me think of this, is every day on our team Facebook page, every day she posts first thing that's, because we use Asana, we basically just said, oh, Justin said, do this. Let's just use Asana and do this that way. She has a task every day to go log into KCM, which is Current Matters. We use that. It's just a content thing. She grabs an article out of it and then we use Buffer to post it so you can push it out a couple of places at once. But literally without me even opening my eyes in any given day, she's posting stuff on our team page that agents can share, and just, like you just said, if you could find the spot where Carla took over doing that, 100% you could, because all of a sudden it became super consistent.
Yeah. I love that. So talk to me a little bit about what for you was the difference between VAs in the past? I mean, I know you were using it more in an ISA role, but what's made you more accepting / feeling like you're excelling more now with VAs versus your past experiences?
That's a good question. And I think there's two pieces to that. I think one of them is it's you guys, I think, are pulling from a vastly different talent pool. It sure felt like that to me anyway. Like when I look at who I hired this time, no disrespect to the folks that worked for us in the past, but it was from a different talent pool. I know it was. And so when you hire better people, I don't care where they live. If they live in Scotland, New York City, Cincinnati, Nashville, or the Philippines, when you hire better quality people, you're going to get better quality results. Duh. But I think the big difference this time, Justin, is you gave us, and I guess I should have been able to figure this out myself, except for I obviously never did. But you gave us a system for how to get these people into place and getting them doing stuff. And so I just went in Asana and I just started building stuff out. Week 1, there was only a few tasks. Week 2, there was a few more. And the one thing I think I did right, maybe more than anything with this, is I recorded videos of everything that we were training them on. So when you say, what's Carla do for her lead coordinator position? And what if Carla quit tomorrow? Heaven forbid. Well, you know what? I wouldn't like it. It might slow us down a tab, but I would have to change the name on the Asana, and everything's already there, right? How do you fill out my lead coordinator spreadsheet? Watch the video, and it's a screen share, right? So a big part of our results has come from following the system that you showed us to build.
No, I love that. And one thing that I want to touch on here that most people don't realize is when your typical VA company, and Kevin and I talked about this a little bit, when your typical VA company charges you $1,500 a month, they paid the VA 500 of it or 600 of it, your talent level is going to cap at that 500 to 600 because the company wants to maintain a margin. When we removed ever upcharging you per month, Eric, if you said, Justin, tomorrow I need a C-level VA, well, you're not going to find a C-level VA at $500 a month when the company's trying to maintain an upcharge. When you remove that upcharge, I can go, Eric, would you be willing to spend a crazy amount of money of $1,000 a month direct to the VA? Well, of course, that'd be like offering someone a $50,000 a year job here versus $100. When you pay better, you're going to get better talent. But the reason why is most big corporations block that ability because they don't want you to go hire a $1,000 person because then they would have to charge you $2,500, right? And so I think that's a big portion of that talent pool that changes as far as that. And you brought up a great point. Loom, you guys need a video software. Loom is great. There's several out there that are great. And Asana. Obviously, we have more of the done for you, like go in here and we'll help you with best practices. But if you're just looking for something off the cuff and you're not ready to hire a VA yet, Asana.com, fantastic to start getting a groundwork built in. So I love that. So what would you say for you is like, what are some things, like you've already actually said a few of them as far as like what you're going to be doing in the future with your VA, more video production, more video editing, things like that. Like, where do you see, like, what is your goals as a team? Like, you're at 21 members now. How big are you trying to get? Like, what are your main goals just for your team in general?
Yep. So our goal for 2021, still want to say 2020, but our goal for 2021 is to be at the end of the year, 35 licensed agents on our team. And then, we have some goals around agent attraction, building our revenue, what we call our rev share group, or we call that, we've named it now. It's called the Amplify Movement. For power and agent success, who are people that don't want to be on a team, but are looking to, to get to really high levels of real estate success. I know with the network, this, I know this, with the people that are in our group, like there's some serious power that we can offer a lot that way to people. So we're definitely looking to grow that and, have a big impact on, some real estate agents' careers this year that way. But, I think how we're going to do that, how we're going to build the team to 35 plus is by continuing to add value, because if we keep the people we have and add more talent, it's far easier than if you have to, in the past, I've done this where you go, whoop, we got up to 12, whoop, we're down to 6, whoop, we're up to 9, now we're down to 4. It's so hard. And so if you can eliminate that, that attrition, if you will, then you just keep building with better and better people, and they keep pushing and helping each other. It's way more fun. And this year has proven that over any of the year we've ever had in real estate. We only lost one person this year. In 2020, we lost one person. And that person, super good guy, texted with him just the other day. He's not on our team anymore, but he's still with EXP. We're still helping him. And he just left because he wanted to go do it on his own. He'd been for 2 years, and that was just in his mind, that was his plan, and he just went to do it. So, when you have that, when you keep the people there, when you fight off that attrition, you retain the people, it just gets easier. And so we have to find a way to keep building value that way, and the VAs can be a big help for that, I think.
Yeah, no, I love that, because you have the mindset right that if you're paying a VA $500, $600, $700 a piece, you could build a department over time as your team warrants the revenue for to 5, 6, 7 people that are almost like concierge to your own real estate team, where you're like, wait, this is the salary of one US person, yet it's almost like each of my agents can all have a piece of a VA to help them out with their day-to-day tasks.
Exactly.
No, I love that, man. Well, just a reminder, guys, Eric is out in Cincinnati, Ohio, a few other markets. If it's anywhere in Ohio, just reach out to Eric. If it's not him, someone in his group can be able to help you out. But Eric, I appreciate your time, man. I appreciate your view is 10 times better than Kevin Kaufman's. I'll go on air and say that. So I appreciate you jumping on with us today, man.
Absolutely. I enjoyed it. I appreciate you asking me, man.
Absolutely. Well, until next time, first time we've ever chatted and stayed within our time limit. So pretty impressive. And we will see you soon. Hopefully the world opens back up again. And I'm actually going to be in Cincinnati here soon. So I need to chat with you, and you definitely need to link up.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Talk to you later.
I appreciate it. Hey guys, Justin Nelson here. I just wanted to give you guys more information on where you can learn more about our services. If you want to learn more about our virtual assistants, you guys can just check in the links below in the description to learn where you guys can go and schedule a call with our team to learn all about what a virtual assistant can do in your business. And if you're looking for social media training, same thing below. You guys can go below and check out the links to our social media training, the latest and greatest things that we're up to. We'd love to have you a part of our Sphere Rocket Elite social media training, or we'd love to obviously help you find a rock star virtual assistant. With that being said, before we end the video here, make sure you guys like, make sure you subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next video.